Welcome back, dear nighttime wanderer. My name is Silas, and I'm your storyteller here at Slumberlight Tales. Tonight, our journey begins with an open door and a step into a world already softened by silence. You've been lying awake longer than you hoped to, your thoughts looping gently but insistently, refusing to settle. So you pull on something warm, turn the handle, and quietly slip outside into the stillness of a peaceful neighborhood, one far removed from the rush and clamor of city life. The street beyond your door is lined with tall old trees whose branches stretch over the lane like gentle arms. In the soft wash of moonlight, their leaves glimmer faintly, moving only when the breeze remembers to pass through. Stone paths wind past small, sleeping houses with deep eaves and climbing vines, each window a muted rectangle of warm, resting light. No engines, no hurried voices, no distant sirens, only the hush of night and the soft murmur of nature breathing. You stand for a moment on your doorstep and just listen. In the distance, you hear the slow whisper of wind brushing through pine needles, a faint rustle of dried leaves tucked beneath hedges, the soft, regular chorus of crickets singing somewhere nearby. The sounds are delicate, layered, forming a kind of lullaby woven from branches, sky, and quiet. You take a breath in and let it ease gently out. You feel the cool air fill your lungs, then leave you a little calmer than before. And so, you begin to walk. Your footsteps make a muted sound against the stone path, a steady, reassuring rhythm. You pass low stone walls, tended gardens, and small iron gates. Here and there, you glimpse the shapes of potted plants resting on porches, their leaves silhouetted against soft lamplight. Above, the stars peer through gaps between drifting clouds, each one a pinprick of silver stitched into the fabric of the sky. There is no need to hurry. This neighborhood belongs to the night now, and the night is in no rush at all. With each step, your thoughts grow a little quieter. The tangled strands of the day begin to separate and soften, like threads sinking gently into still water. You do not need to sort them out. You simply let them drift to the edges of your awareness. Soon, your path curves toward the small botanical garden tucked at the end of the lane. By day, it is a beloved place, children pressing their faces to the fence to see the flowers, neighbors lingering to greet one another along the path. You have passed it many times, knowing it as a bright, lively corner of the neighborhood. Tonight, though, it is different. The tall iron gates, woven with metal vines and leaves, stand slightly ajar. A soft glow seeps from within, not the cold glare of bulbs, but something warmer, gentler, like moonlight that has decided to stay a while. You pause at the entrance. The air that drifts from the garden carries the scent of damp soil, fresh greenery, and blossoms resting after the day. Magnolia jasmine, and the faint, cool note of mint. You lay your fingers lightly on the iron gate. It is cool, solid, and familiar. For a moment, you simply breathe there, on the threshold, feeling the night gather around you like a cloak. Then, with a quiet push, you slip through the opening and step inside. At once, the garden stillness wraps around you. Moonlight rests on every surface, on petals, on the smooth stone of the main path, on the low curves of the earthen beds. Lanterns shaped like glass flowers hang from curved metal posts along the walkway. Their light warm and golden, never harsh. They cast pools of soft illumination that fade into shadows at the edges, leaving space for darkness to breathe. The sounds of the neighborhood fall away, replaced by a gentler chorus, the faint drip of water from a hidden fountain, the rustling sigh of leaves overhead, the hushed thrum of insects tucked among roots and stems. You take only a few steps down the path before you notice it, a small wooden bridge. It appears just ahead, as if it has grown from the garden itself, nestled between low shrubs and the gentle arch of bending branches. The bridge spans a narrow stream that glints faintly in the lantern light. You're certain you've never noticed it before, though you have lingered near this entrance many times. Under the touch of night, it looks almost luminous. The bridge arches in a graceful curve, its wooden planks worn smooth and slightly glossy, as though countless footsteps have etched quiet stories into its surface. The railings are carved with curling leaf shapes, vines looping along the top rail in an intricate, flowing pattern. Down below, a delicate mist clings to the stream, hugging the water and curling around the base of the bridge. It moves slowly, as if breathing in time with the night. You step closer, and as you place your hand on the wooden rail, something wonderful happens. The wood responds. A soft silver light blossoms beneath your fingertips, spreading in slow waves along the handrail and around the carved leaves. The faint glow wraps itself around your hand like a gentle halo. You feel a subtle hum, so soft you might have missed it if you weren't so still. A warm resonant vibration traveling through the rail and up into your palm, like the echo of a distant song or the steady purr of something content. Below, the stream no longer reflects simply lanterns and branches. Its surface ripples lazily, but what shimmers beneath is not just water. Tiny motes of light drift there like stars under glass, moving with the current in slow, wandering paths. Your breath catches, but not in fear. What you feel instead is a kind of quiet recognition, as though you've stepped into a place your heart has visited in dreams. And then you see it. A single petal glowing softly, drifting down through the air. It falls from no flower you can see, just appearing high above and turning slowly as it descends. Its light is a gentle, opalescent white, its edges tinged with pale gold. It lands with barely a sound on the first plank of the bridge. You move forward on instinct, drawn by the soft glow resting at your feet. Crouching down, you extend a finger to touch the petal, and the moment your skin meets its luminous surface, warmth flows into you. Not sharp, not startling, but deep and steady, like holding a mug of tea between both hands on a cold morning, or standing in a shaft of sunlight with your eyes closed. The warmth moves through your hand, into your wrist, up your arm, spreading gently across your chest into the space behind your ribs. The mist around the bridge thickens in response, curling up from the stream to wrap lightly around your ankles, your calves, and your knees. The soft hum intensifies, more felt than heard, as if the bridge itself has taken a slow, full breath. The lanterns along the nearby path dim slightly, their light stretching into long, golden smears as your sense of the ordinary world begins to loosen. And then, with a gentlest sensation of motion, as if you were standing on a boat that has just pushed away from shore, the world shifts. The botanical garden behind you softens and blurs, its shape dissolving into gentle shadows. The night air grows warmer and smoother, like silk brushing lightly against your skin. The hum beneath your hand settles into a slow, steady rhythm that your body instinctively matches. The far end of the bridge is glowing now, its planks lit from within, as though something bright and patient waits beyond. You take one step forward, then another, and another, crossing the sleepwalker's bridge. When you emerge from the mist on the other side, the world has changed. You stand at the edge of a vast twilight garden that stretches farther than your eyes can follow. The sky above is a deep indigo, studded with countless stars that seem closer than any sky you've ever known. Some drift in slow arcs, changing position like lanterns on invisible strings. Others cluster into shifting constellations, forming patterns you've never seen in any atlas of the night. The air is warm and soft, carrying the scent of night-blooming flowers and something sweeter, something that feels like the memory of comfort itself. Honey, vanilla, cedar, rain on warm stone. Tall trees rise around you like pillars in a great living hall. Their trunks are smooth and shot through with delicate veins of silver light that pulse gently in time with your breathing. Their leaves glow faintly at the edges, chiming softly as they tremble, high delicate notes like distant crystal bells. The ground beneath your feet is a smooth, pale stone path, faintly warm as if it remembers days of gentle sunlight and has kept a little of that warmth just for you. You begin to walk. On the other side of the path, flowers bloom in shapes and colors you've never seen before. Some resemble spirals of glass, their centers growing brighter with every exhale you release. Others hang in clusters like lanterns, petals thin as silk, trembling with tiny pulses of light. Some grow close to the ground, their blossoms small and star-shaped, leaving glowing footprints where your gaze lingers. Small, luminous creatures move through the garden with you. Moths with translucent wings, traced in silver, drift between flowers, leaving faint trails of light. Tiny bird-like beings made of mist dart from branch to branch, their bodies dissolving and reforming as they fly. Here and there, you glimpse the soft, curious gaze of a fox-shaped creature, its fur lit at the tips like embers, tail sweeping behind it like a comet. Every sound here is gentle, leaves brushing leaves, the quiet hiss of petals opening, the soft chime of branches touching one another. Your body relaxes without even asking permission. Your shoulders sink a little lower, your jaw unclenches, your hands loosen at your sides. Then, just ahead, you notice a figure waiting beneath an archway of flowering vines. They stand thoughtfully still, as though they've been part of the garden for a very long time. Their robe is woven from living greenery, vines, tendrils, and leaves interlaced with blossoms. Their hair falls over their shoulder in soft silver waves, glinting faintly whenever they move. Their eyes, when they look up to meet yours, are warm and clear, like deep pools lit by lantern light. You can tell that this is the caretaker of the garden. They smile when they see you, and something in that smile feels like stepping into a room where all the candles are already lit for you. "Welcome, night wanderer," they say, their voice low and calm, like wind moving gently through hollow branches. "You have walked the sleepwalker's bridge," they continue. The words settle into you like a weight being set down into the right place. This garden reveals itself when the mind is too restless to rest, they add, taking a step forward with slow, unhurried grace. It is a refuge for those whose thoughts wander long after the body grows tired. Here, nothing is asked of you. You do not need to be anything but exactly as you are. They extend a hand, not to pull, but to accompany. "Walk with me," they say softly. "Let the garden lend you its quiet." And so you walk together down the path. Soon, the caretaker leads you toward a structure rising gently from the earth, a glass house formed from living branches and roots woven together. Its walls shimmer like water caught mid-wave, translucent and softly glowing. They trace a line along the frame with their fingertips. The surface ripples once, then parts like a curtain, inviting you in. You step through. Inside, the air is warm and humid, filled with the lush scent of soil and green things. Bioluminescent plants cover the walls and ceiling, broad leaves glowing with slow-moving light, vines that pulse in time with some deep rhythm, clusters of tiny flowers that blink on and off like distant stars. As you walk between the rows, you notice that many of the plants respond to you. A tall frond leans down, brushing lightly against your arm, leaving a faint shimmer on your skin. Small budded flowers unfurl as you pass, their petals revealing intricate patterns of light and shadow. These are the dream keepers, the caretaker explains in a soft murmur. They hold the stray thoughts that drift when the night is too quiet. Worries, half conversations, unanswered questions, everything that circles and circles inside the mind. Here, those threads are taken in, carefully untangled, and woven into root and leaf and stem. They gesture toward a wide, shallow pool in the center of the glass house. You approach. Floating on the surface of the water are dozens of small blossoms made entirely of light. Each one glows with its own hue: pale blue, warm gold, gentle rose, and soft green. They drift slowly, turning in place like tiny lanterns. When someone chooses to leave a burden here, the caretaker continues, it does not vanish. Instead, it is tended. It softens. It becomes part of the garden's quiet strength. You watch as one of the luminous flowers shivers slightly. Its color deepens, the glow spreading outward into the water before settling again. It seems to exhale. Your own breathing begins to match that gentle pace, like waves on a shore that has known many tides and fears none of them. You leave the glass house and return to the open air, stepping once more into the embrace of the dream garden. The caretaker guides you down another path, this one lined with slender trees. Their trunks twist lazily together, forming lattices of pale wood and glowing lines. Their leaves are shaped like teardrops of frosted glass, each one lit from within. As you move closer, you notice that within each glowing leaf, there appears to be a tiny scene, not sharp or intrusive, but blurred, softened by distance. An office desk piled with papers, a dim room with a lonely chair, a face in mid-conversation, a clock glowing quietly in the corner of a bedroom. All the moments that linger in the mind long after they've ended. This grove holds the burdens people have chosen to set down for a little while, the caretaker explains. The garden does not erase what has been lived. It simply keeps safe what is too heavy to carry in every moment. As you watch, one of the leaves brightens just slightly, then releases a thread of silver light that curls upward like smoke. It rises into the night sky and dissolves among the stars. You feel a small uncoiling in your chest. The caretaker turns and looks at you gently. Your thoughts have been busy, they say. It is not wrong to carry much. It only means you are human. But there are nights when the heart deserves to rest from its own vigilance. They incline their head toward a wide path ahead. Come, there is a place I would have you visit. You walk side by side for a time in comfortable silence. The path opens into a broad clearing. At its center stands a tree so magnificent that the rest of the garden seems to bow around it. Its trunk is wide and smooth, the bark a deep golden brown threaded with soft veins of light. Its branches rise and spread like arms around the sky, each one heavy with leaves that glow gently at the edges. Tiny motes drift among them, like dust motes caught in a sunbeam, though there is no sun here, only the patient glow of stars. All around the base of the tree, the ground is covered in thick, springy moss and a scattering of tiny, star-shaped flowers. The heartroot, the caretaker says quietly. Here, the garden listens most closely. They gesture to the moss at the tree's base. Sit, let the tree learn your shape. You lower yourself down. The moss accepts your weight like a cushion. It is soft and faintly warm beneath your palms. You lean your back against the trunk. It is solid and steady, as if it has stood in that exact place since the beginning of time. Close your eyes if you'd like, the caretaker suggests. Let your breath move slowly, in and out, nothing more. The air tastes faintly of cedar and something faintly sweet, like vanilla warmed just enough to scent a kitchen. Above you, the leaves rustle in a slow, rhythmic pattern, like distant pages turning. You feel a warmth at your back, spreading gradually outward from where you touch the trunk, moving across your shoulders, down your spine, and through your chest. You do not need to tell the tree what weighs on you. You do not need to list your worries, chart your thoughts, or organize your memories. You simply exist here, breathing, and the tree listens, its warmth continuing to flow into you, filling spaces you hadn't even realized were cold or tense. Time bends around you in a gentle way. You cannot say if minutes or hours pass, only that you feel less rushed, less watched by any invisible clock. Then you hear it, a soft sound, a delicate crackle, like a bud beginning to open, or the faint pop of a soap bubble at the surface of water. You open your eyes, and high above, in the densest part of the canopy, a single blossom of pure light has formed. Its petals unfold slowly, gracefully, like a sunrise written in gold and silver. At its center, something bright flickers once, then settles into a steady glow. One petal detaches. It begins to drift downward. It floats with unhurried grace, spinning once, twice, leaving a soft trail in the air. As it falls, its glow illuminates the moss and flowers below in warm amber. Without thinking, you hold out your hands. The petal lands in your cupped palms. It is warm, but not uncomfortably so. More like the warmth of a hand held in yours, or a stone that has lain in sunlight all afternoon. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, the petal pulses gently. Its light grows brighter for the span of a breath, then melts into a pool of golden radiance that sinks through your skin and flows inward into your chest, your ribs, your heart. You exhale a breath you didn't know you were holding. The garden has taken what you brought with you, the caretaker says quietly, standing just within reach, their voice as soft as moss. Not to erase it, but to hold it for now. You do not need to be strong in every moment of every night. Their words settle into you like river stones sinking into a clear stream. You remain beneath the tree for a while longer, eyes half-lidded, awareness floating between waking and sleep. Thoughts still move through your mind, but they feel less like commands and more like clouds, passing, reshaping, dissolving. Eventually, the caretaker steps closer and offers their hand once more. "Come," they murmur, "it is time to walk you back. Your bed is waiting for you, and the night will watch over you from there." You rise slowly, the moss springing back beneath your feet. Your body feels heavy with calm, light with release. Once more, you walk the paths of the dream garden, past glimmering leaves and the glass house, where bioluminescent plants weave stray thoughts into living forms. Flowers close their petals as you pass, offering a soft good night. At the edge of the path, the luminous creatures return. A moth with petal wings drifts near your shoulder before dissolving into the glowing canopy. The fox-shaped being appears briefly at a bend, ember-tipped fur leaving a faint streak of light as it vanishes among the shrubs. Then you see it, the sleepwalker's bridge. From this side, it glows warmly, its planks lit from within, silver threads running through the railings. Mist curls at its base, radiant and gentle. You pause. "The way back will be as gentle as the way here," the caretaker says. "You may forget the details, but your bones will remember the stillness. Your heart will remember being allowed to rest. You are always welcome to return," they finish. You step onto the bridge. The wood is warm beneath your feet, the mist spiraling softly around your ankles. A familiar hum rises, deepening as you walk. Midway across, the world blurs, stars stretching into soft trails of light. Then the mist thins, the hum fades, the bridge becomes ordinary wood once more. You find yourself back in the neighborhood botanical garden. The stream murmurs, lanterns glow steadily. Nothing has changed except you. Your breath moves easily. The night feels like a quilt laid gently over the world. You follow the path to the gate and step back into the lane. Trees stand quietly, homes asleep. Your footsteps are slow with ease, your thoughts clear and still. By the time you reach the door, your body feels warm and loose. Inside, your bed awaits. You lie down, covers drawing close, your body exhaling in relief. Somewhere beyond waking life, the dream garden continues to glow. The bridge rests between worlds, patient and waiting. Here, in your quiet room, your breath slows, in and out. The night draws near as comfort, and your mind yields to rest, held softly in the lingering warmth of the garden. So sleep well, my dear wanderer, until the next story meets you once more.